Hello everyone, Editor Sunny here. I know the real video hasn't started yet, you don't even know who I am or why I'm here, and I've made an awful job at explaining this in a real video. Like, I didn't explain anything at all in the real video, so that's why I'm here now. So, you don't know me, I have never made, well, I've made some YouTube videos before for some Minecraft Let's Play, but I've never uploaded it because I never felt like uploading it. But now I've started creating this game. It's supposed to be a roguelike dungeon crawler game. It's supposed to be along the lines of Minecraft Dungeons, or a bit like the dungeons in old Zelda games. Here, as a quick disclaimer, this is not a Zelda fan game. This is not a mod of a real Zelda game. It has nothing to do with The Legend of Zelda. I've just used some textures as a baseline to find myself around in creating games, which I'll explain later in the video as well. These textures, I have made my own textures. I'm proud of my own textures. I will import my own textures till next video, maybe. And yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this video seems kinda rushed because it is. This video is unscripted and unedited, mostly unedited, because for now the focus for me lies on creating the game, because I know if it flops I at least have the experience of making a game, and with YouTube I don't even know if anybody's going to see this video. Neither the video itself nor this little editor introduction is scripted. I've just made it up on the spot. I've created a game out of nowhere. I've created this video out of nowhere. Nothing is scripted. I've coded the game myself. I've drawn textures myself, not the ones in the video, the ones I have on my device, not yet implemented. And I've edited and I run this YouTube channel by myself. None of my friends or family know about this. So let's see who's first to find it out, I guess. I'll leave my Discord tag in the comments, in the pinned comment, if I figure out how to do it. I've never done YouTube, please excuse me. But if I figure out how to do it, I'll leave my Discord tag in the comments. So if you have any suggestions, if you have any ideas or something you want to tell me, you can do it also that way. Any help or any input, any positive input at all will be greatly appreciated. And yeah, have fun with the real video. Hello everyone and welcome to DevLog number 1. I am currently working on creating my own game in the C# coding language. I plan on making the developer logs weekly, bi-weekly, depending on if something big happens. Now, this is the first one for the first week. I managed to create the basis of this game. Let me just show you what I've done so far. First of all, disclaimer, if someone from Nintendo or anything is watching this, yes, these are sprites that are from a Zelda game. Sprites ripped by Mr. Mike, give credit if used. I won't use those sprites for my actual game, of course. It's just as a baseline, just that I have something visual to see while I code, so that I can understand better what I'm doing. So you have some Legend of Zelda sprites here and Minecraft zombie as the enemy, the Minecraft inventory. In this random wooden crate I found online, I don't know where I've got it from, but it looks great. If someone knows the original artist of this box, please let me know. It's not mine. None of these textures in here are mine. I have created some textures a long time ago that I would like to use. I will import them later, but right now it's just some online some textures I found online to test, so that it wouldn't be just blank slate. So see, here's the player character, which you can move with sprites changing in all directions. And here is this enemy. I plan to put attacking into the game, but the attacking doesn't really work right now. The enemy is this Minecraft zombie over here, is the placeholder enemy. He walks around on a random basis. His pathfinding AI is written completely by me. Like, I've created it. I started from my idea. Like, I don't know Unity, I don't know C# at all. But after some trial and error with other codes, I've seen some things online and some bits and pieces and stuff. So I knew what was possible and created a weird concoction out of that, with some help from the internet to rewrite my code. But yeah, the enemy just walks randomly. Apparently, he still sometimes walks into the wall, but he knows that he's inside the wall and will walk out of the wall. I don't know how to do it differently. I don't know how to do it that he just stops at the wall like the player does. And yeah, on the top left you see the health counter. Please come back, enemy, I need you. You can see the health counter, and if the player touches an enemy like this, or a damage plate, I've called them, it's just a pile that damages you if you touch it, health goes down. And once you hit 0 health, it shows the text "you died" and then a randomly generated splash text. Like, for instance, now it showed Lemao or LMAO, and now again, but it randomly chooses between one of 4 flavor text. Next, you see those colorful squares. Those are my teleporters or doors. They bring you from room to room, with the camera following you. They won't teleport you again until you leave the teleporter and re-enter the teleporter. If you press on the I key, you open an inventory. Opening the inventory does not pause the game. You can still move around and enemies can still move around. I plan to either somehow change it that the game gets paused, so none of the enemies or player can move while the inventory is open. Or I'll change the inventory in a way that it doesn't take up most of the screen. So maybe just a little pop-up over here. I plan to have an inventory right here, like stat lines, like that it says your HP stat, your defense attack, and so on. And that those slots, if you're familiar with the Minecraft inventory, these are the slots where you normally put on your armor. And I would love to use a similar system, like for helmet, and maybe simplify it to helmet, armor, boots, or helmet, armor, leggings, boots. And over here you can put like a ring, another ring, a bracelet, amulet, something like that. Those little artifacts, trinkets. Yeah. If you have your inventory opened and you switch room, the inventory will follow you. And the last thing I have to show, which when I was trying to code this attacking code for the sword, I wanted the enemy to stand still, so I just tried to put him over here in the inspector, and I wanted to remove his ability to move freely. And I somehow managed to create a situation where I could shove him around and push him around that he just moved till he hit a wall, which was quite funny. So I just took that bugged enemy, put this crate texture on top, and now I have like a little box I can push around, which gets faster if I continuously push it. But now you see the crate is stuck in the corner here, and I can't push it anymore. So, okay, I'm sorry, I had to cut there. Someone wrote me a message on WhatsApp, and I had to cut it out. Uh, where was I? You just have to look at the crate, like the character sprite has to look at the crate, and if you press the E button, you can pick the crate up and put it down wherever you want. So while my enemy script isn't working, you see the zombie down there walking through walls still. I don't know how to fix that. And I cannot attack, even if I'm over here. My sword is over there. I haven't gotten around to fix that either. But I now have a functional pushable object. Functioning pushable object. Which even the crate can even use, if I align myself better. The crate can even use the teleporters. So the crate can go through rooms on its own. And of course, if I pick the crate up, walk through the room, I can push it back down, put it back down over here. So yeah, that's my game up till now. My plans on adding are, or my plans on what I want to add next are, I want to fix the attack. I want it, first of all, if I attack, that it hurts the enemy. I want the sword to follow the player, and then the player has an animation for swinging his sword. I want the enemy to drop something, and for those drops to appear in the inventory. Like you see in the bottom left there, there's still this wooden crate, even though I have not picked it up yet. I don't know how to do that. That the crate just appears if I have the inventory. I've called this object inventory wooden crate, and I don't know how to do it. That it only gets activated once I have the wooden crate in hold position. So if I pick the crate up, that it appears in my inventory, and if I haven't picked it up, it shouldn't appear. This inventory is of course not the one I want to use in my final game. As I said, every texture, every render in here is just placeholder, just to understand how Unity, how C# works, how game making works. Like I also don't want to keep this kind of rooms. These rooms are a bit small, in my opinion. I also don't want to have the rooms all square. I want to make like more fun, custom sized rooms, custom forms. I want to introduce gear, equipable gear that you can put on armor or artifacts that change your stats. For that, I have already written an entire inventory. I have written an entire script for stats. You can see here the stats which are called B HP, B speed, B attack, B def, B special. Those are the 5 stats are HP for health, speed for speed, attack for attack, def for defense, and special for like spells. Like if you cast a spell, like you throw a fireball, like whoosh, whoosh, like if you cast a fireball, it should take the fireball damage calculation should increase from your special stat, not from your attack stat. And if you get hit by a magic spell, you should your damage received should scale from your special stat, not from your defense stat or something like that. If you're familiar with the Pokemon system, you should understand what I mean. I have the for all of those 5 stats, I have a base version, a current version, and a gear version. Gear version is gears. So gear stats are what you get from your gear. Like if you find a chest plate that gives you plus HP and plus attack, that it goes over here. And current is your real stats in the end. Like for now, I have 5 base speed. That's for this movement speed. And 0 gear speed. So my current speed is 5. Now, I've added some code that if I press the Q button, my current speed increases and my gear speed increases. So let's say I found an armor piece which gives me +1 speed. So it would be noted down here in gear speed, which already gets added on to current speed. So base speed is 5. That's base HP, but base speed is 5. Gear speed is 1, and then current speed is 6. This gets moved over to movement speed, and you should see that I'm walking a bit faster now. If I spam it up to 10, you see he's way faster. So I've done some testing, and because I didn't want the player to be able to unlimit to stack speed without a limit, so that they would glitch through walls if they got too fast. But I also didn't want to quote-unquote waste their stats. So currently the speed cap is at 20 movement speed, or 20 current speed, 20 movement speed. So you won't go faster than this, because I found that anything faster than this was just too confusing. You were glitching through walls. But as you can see, you can still increase your stats on paper. See, current speed is going up to 45, 50, but your movement speed still caps out at 20. I've also made a bullet point list of things I still want to add to this game, to this project. I want the player to be able to attack the enemy. I want the enemy to despawn when I leave the room, respawn on the correct position if I re-enter the room. I want the enemy to be able to track the player, attack the player like a zombie would in normal Minecraft. I would like the player to have to be able to respawn. So when you're on the you died screen, that you have a respawn button. I would want the enemy to be able to drop items which I can pick up in the inventory. Talked about equipment and gear. And then if I were able to implement all that, I would go on to creating real levels. Like maybe a door that only opens if you kill all enemies in this room. Or a chest with an item you need. Or with the crate, which I didn't anticipate on creating. I didn't anticipate on creating a pushable tile entity at all. So maybe do some puzzles with that. And once that idea is gone, not gone, is the idea is gone, yeah. Once that idea is completed, is fulfilled, I wish to implement things like mining or foraging, finding items, finding resources in the world, being able to craft with them, being able to find chests with loot tables. I have also some Stardew Valley like aspects, like that you would be able to farm or have a room that you can furnish. But those are like, furnishing a room isn't maybe that far off. I now have the ability to pick up an item and place it back down. But yeah, those are my big goals. I'm sorry this video isn't scripted at all. This video is a huge mess because I was just working on this game. I was coding. I've created a lot of textures long ago. Maybe I will put them in by the next devlog. I just wanted to make this video to get out there, to get some second opinion, some other impressions in from people on the internet, because I don't know why. People who are more experienced than me, people who can give me new input, see what you guys think. If you have ideas how to do what I want to do, if you guys have ideas on what I should implement. I've seen a lot of devlogs on YouTube pop up where people create really great games, and yeah, I'm just a young guy who loves video games and always dreamed of creating his own. So this is I now that I'm on summer vacation, I decided to take this opportunity, try it out, and yeah, hopefully this game goes somewhere. Hopefully this will become some sort of a real game, and hopefully you guys will follow me along on this journey, enjoy this game I am working on, and have fun those videos, or have ideas what I could do for the game, for the devlog, for videos in general. I have a lot of code written in here which I could maybe show off in a separate video. So, a conclusion. This video is a mess. I have not written a script. This video, it was a very spontaneous decision to create a devlog. I've just worked on this game for a couple of days, and really proud of me to have figured out how to make a door, quote unquote door, which teleports me between the rooms. Have figured out an AI for the enemy to move around, even if he still does not know what walls are. And yeah, so excuse the messiness. Again, the textures are not final at all. If you think the game looks ugly, totally right. I do too. These textures, the textures by themselves are great textures, but not in this combination. And those are not the textures I wish to use. I have some textures prepared. Once I put them in, please give me feedback on that. Thank you for watching. If you have any input, put that in the comments down below. I hope to see you guys at the next devlog. On another note, I've just found this little animation I did as a little ad or intro to the game. The animation isn't really good. It was just whipped up in a couple of seconds for me to make this feel a little bit more professional, even though it looks not good at all. But here it is. It's 7 seconds. Enjoy.